Hi everyone, welcome to the session. We'll just wait in for a few more seconds for everyone to trickle in. Uh, in the meantime, I'm Anshul, your host for the webinar. I'm Head of Products and Engineering in Bricks. I'm joining in from Toronto. In the chat, can you please let us know from where you are joining in from? It's good to see so many people already joining in. Wow. Florida, Colorado. Oh, we have people from India as well, Qatar. That's really great. Okay, so we have a lot of people from all over the world. That's really great. Okay, I guess we should get started. Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. Hey everyone. Welcome again everyone for this Bricks live training session on how to create AI dashboards. I'm Anshul Jhawar. I'm head of product and engineering at Bricks. We will be covering a lot of topic today, but the main topic of this today's webinar is to focus on new advanced features what we have launched over the past few weeks. I know a lot of users have already used Bricks who have joined the webinar today, but a lot of users are new user. So I would start from basics and then we'll cover some advanced topics as we move forward. Uh, just to give you a brief rundown of what we'll be covering, we'll have a live demo, a live tutorial, step-by-step tutorial on how to create dashboards in Bricks. We'll cover a lot of advanced features. One of the best and advanced features what we have launched over the past few weeks is the first reveal of new advanced charts. We have had support for basic charts for a lot of months right now, but in the past 2 months, we kept on adding more and more advanced charts support for the dashboard. So I would like to go a little bit details over there. And then of course, keep on, we'll have an open session for Q&A, but even during the session and webinar, you are free to drop in your questions on the chat and I'll try to answer them as we move forward. Now, what can Bricks do for you? We know data is everywhere, right? A lot of people, a lot of industry, a lot of verticals work with their data. But working with spreadsheet data is altogether at a different level. You sometimes work with 10 rows of data, sometimes you have to work with million rows of data. This is where Bricks come into the picture. Bricks is a complete AI data analyst for you. It can analyze your data, but even analysis of data, you need to present your data in some manner. You need to create dashboards. You need to create visualizations for you and for your supervisors, manager, colleagues to understand your data and your clients. So this is where Bricks sit right in between your data and human consumption, where it can analyze your data and it can create dashboards and visualizations on top of it. And it's so easy. It's just a single click, which we'll be seeing in the demo going forward. Now, as I was saying, we have very recently introduced quite a lot of new charts. A lot of people had asked for, can we have geomap charts over here? Can we have Sankey charts over here? Can we have heat map in bricks? And we have added support for all these advanced charts. We can have a look at these going forward. Some of the other new features, we have released embeddable dashboards. So you can now take your dashboards and put it in your workflow, in your application, anywhere out in the on the internet. We have also added supports for XLSX, which I'll be covering in the demo as well, and then some infographics where you can enhance your look and feel of your dashboards. Now, one important question which we have been getting a lot from all of our users and customers is, what happens to my data? I upload the data, import my data in Bricks. Now, what happens to that data? Yes. So rest assured your data is safely stored in our databases using AWS infrastructure. We provide end-to-end encryption starting from the client, the application in transit and at rest at the storage layer. Now, none of your data is being used for any of the AI model training. So all of your data remains safe with you. Uh, and as I was saying, no other person, including us, will have access to your data. And of course, we'll have more stricter policy if you go into an enterprise solution from our side. Having said that, let's go deep dive into the live demo. And we'll also share a poll at the end of the webinar. So would like to hear your feedback on that. Okay. Okay, so I hope everyone is able to see my screen. This is what the Bricks application looks like. As soon as you register, you will be landed to your homepage, to this particular homepage. Just yes. So what you need to do is, it is very simple. All you need to do is, since we are working with spreadsheet data, I'm importing a CSV data, which is my sales data. It's a sample data with me. You can add your prompt over here. For example, you really wanted to focus on some of the specific aspect of analysis if you're already aware of it. If not, let AI do the task for you. So you just click on create dashboard. Now, we have various agents in place under the hood. It's like a digital assembly line. So the first agent is trying to parse your data. It will clean up your data. It will try to understand your data. The second agent, after the data cleanup is done, it will try to analyze your data. It will try to find the trends, the anomalies, and so on. The third agent will plan the dashboard, what all charts needed to be created, what all summary tables, pivot tables in spreadsheet terms needs to be created. The fourth AI agent will actually create that. The fifth AI agent will lay out it in the best possible manner on the dashboard. Now, during this overall flow, we don't just create visualizations. As I was saying, we analyze your data. So we do provide insights, textual insights for your data, which is like, if you see a dip in your particular sales on a particular day, it will try to find the relation, what happened based on the data, whatever you have provided over here. Now, in sometimes, as you can see, a lot of other applications will take 15 minutes to half an hour to create a complete dashboard. Some of them do not provide even AI functionality. Over here, the AI dashboard will get created automatically. You don't have to provide a single prompt from your side. And as we are seeing, we have started getting some KPIs, some charts are getting built in. We'll soon be getting more and more data. You can see the summary tables are getting created over here. And as I was saying, very soon you will also start seeing some insights, which are like the data analysis, at really an analyst sitting who is trying to analyze your data and charts. Now, as we can see, it will take some time, but even during the generation time, you can at least try to understand what type of charts are getting created over here. As you can see, we have various types of charts available, and these are the basic charts, the line charts, the bar charts, pie charts, combination charts, and so on. This is multi-bar charts, for example, stack bar charts. So you will see all different types of charts and visualizations available over here. Now the dashboard generation is complete, as we can see over here. And as I was saying, it does generate some overall insight, what this data is about, what the dashboard is about. You see some insights related to respective charts. For example, in this particular chart, it does say that the daily volume shows several pronounced spike early in June and mid-February and so on. So it is able to understand your data and create some textual insights out of it as well. Once the dashboard has been generated, let me see if any of the questions is there. Uh, yes, the webinar is getting recorded, so keep an eye on the email. So once the webinar is done, I'll be sending an email and you'll be able to see the recording of the webinar. Okay, so we'll be handling more and more questions as I move forward, but let me just show a few more things. Now, as I was saying, our dashboard is very dynamic. It is not static. You're free to move along and interact with your blocks. All the blocks are editable. You can add more insights, for example. You can make it more. I will just go to the design tab over here. This is important thing. I will just make it bold, for example. So you're free to edit the dashboard according to your requirement. I really wanted to, for example, add a title in between, for example, sales across different states in USA. So you can do a lot of things over here based on your customization. You're free to move around blocks over here. You can delete, for example, I'm not liking this thing. So again, based on your requirement, the complete layout is customizable and you're free to edit it as you require. Now, once the dashboard has been created, you of course you would want to maybe brand it by your color design or figure out if there's any better design available. So we do provide a lot of different predefined themes. So you're free to choose any of these themes, for example, over here. So depending on your requirement, you can choose the custom themes over here. However, I will just show one more thing. A lot of people had asked us, how do I brand this dashboard? So as I was saying, it's not just text or charts or tables what you can add it over here. You're free to add images over here. So I just added an image block and I'm just adding my logo over here. So it's as good as customizing, but I do want to look and feel according to my branding theme as well. So for that, I will just upload one more image for you to see how it looks like. So this is just a sample image, for example, one of my previous reports or dashboard. And I will then import this particular logo in my custom brand and just wait for a couple of seconds and AI will be able to parse the data, primary color, the secondary color, and it will be able to apply those colors onto my dashboard. So this is how the themes, the custom themes can be utilized. You can just use any of your PDFs, some website, screenshot, just apply it over here and you will be able to then edit, customize based on your company branding. I'll just go back to the original theme just for the demo. Okay, so once the customization has been done, we always feel like, can I edit something? Can I create more charts? The AI is missing on some of the analysis, and of course, we might have had multiple tabs, multiple sheets, multiple files, and we are not providing any information to AI. Let AI create the task dashboard for you, and then you can interact with AI. So I'm just moving away from the design tab. This is where the AI module is. And what you can do is you can say create a chart for sales across multiple states, for example. Okay, one thing I think before I go forward, let me just show you the data. As you can see, the data is pretty much structured. We have data about cookie sales, the locations, the quantity, and so on. So the data is very simple. And from this simple data, as you can see, we were able to create such a beautiful dashboard. Now, as I was saying, let me interact with the AI to create some chart. So all you need to do is just provide your requirement and prompt over here, and AI will be able to understand your prompt. We have specialized agents just to create charts and summary tables. As we can see, I was able to create some charts over here as well. So you can edit the charts. For example, I can say I need vertical bar chart over here for this chart 8. I can give reference to the charts, whatever I needed to modify. If I don't want to modify the whole charts, I can just give a reference to this particular chart. So you are not just limited to creation, you have full flexibility to edit your dashboard according to your requirement. So once this is done, you of course would want to export this requirement. Now, export this dashboard. Now there are various ways in which you can export it. So, okay, before I go to the export, as we can see, various things can be edited with the help of AI. Now, okay, now let me just take few questions before I move on to the next part. Um, the dashboard, can I have more slicers and filters in the dashboard? Absolutely. Dashboard analysis and data analysis is incomplete without filters. So let me quickly show that particular thing. As you can see, you will have more action buttons over here. All you need to do is just click on add filters. AI will again analyze your dashboard, your data, and based on that, it will try to create filters. But again, as I was saying, Bricks is completely customizable. You can create your own filters. Just give your prompt to AI, and AI will be able to create filters. So, for example, over here, instead of analyzing all the four states, I'm just analyzing these two states. Let me go back over here so that you can see how the data is getting changed. Everything is in real time. So as you can see, the data is getting changed as I'm applying filters. Let me do the analysis only for California. And yes, so this is where you can see it's the analysis is only being done for the state of California. Now, the insights are AI generated, so we are not refreshing insights because otherwise it will be too heavy for you. So once your data is finalized, once you have finalized your dashboard filters and slicers, all you need to do is just click on refresh insights over here. Insights will get refreshed based on the view what you are getting over here. Okay. We need to present dashboard every week is something that we can. Okay, so there's one question from Julio which says, is something that we can see by week, months, we need to present dashboard every week. So exactly here you can provide your own filters over here, Julio, to see the dashboard yearly, weekly, monthly. I will also be showing how you can replicate your dashboard by different data set. I think that also functionality can be used over here. The other question, if you want to define from Swarupa, if it want to define where the data should be presented for count, sum, or average, will we be able to define it? Absolutely. As I was saying, just give a custom prompt while the dashboard is getting created. You will be able to provide your requirements, and AI can take up your requirements and then create dashboard accordingly. How can we upload the data? Let me cover this thing again. As you can see, we have attach button over here. All you need to do is just click on attach your files and then click on create your dashboard. You will be able to upload your data. However, we do also provide uploading of your data within a particular project in case you want to update your dashboard or add more data to your dashboard. All you need to do is click on extended menu and import. You can import more files and then again hint AI or provide more requirements to AI for it to refresh the dashboard accordingly. Okay, let me go forward. Let me take a next set of questions a bit later, but let me try to cover a few more advanced topics over here. So a lot of people who have been using Bricks, they are already aware that you can easily export your dashboard in PDF and PPTX format. We have had support for these formats for a pretty long period of time. Very recently, we added supports for XLSX and HTML as well. Now, a lot of users were working in their Excel, Microsoft 365, Google Sheets, and they really wanted to create dashboard over here and take their dashboards back to their original file. Now you have the ability to do that. So let me quickly show that. I'll just click on export to XLSX. I'll just proceed. It will take a couple of seconds for it to prepare the XLSX format. You will see it in your download folder. Let me quickly show it to you how it looks like. So let me open my Microsoft 365 online. Let me upload this particular data over there, the new downloaded file, which I have just exported from Bricks. So here you will see your original data. If you have modified something, if you have cleaned up your data, all those things will be coming over here. And as we can see, we get the dashboard very similar to how we were seeing it in Bricks over here. Now, the important thing over here is all the charts over here are editable. They are not images. So they are actual charts sitting in your Excel file. So you're free to change the type of the chart, for example, over here. You're free to change or edit as you would do in your Excel file. So now the important thing is Bricks has already given you ahead of time that everything gets created with the help of AI and you just export it and now just use that dashboard in your Excel file. Now the file is compatible with Google Sheet, your Excel file, Microsoft 365 and so on. So feel free to start using this feature. Another thing is export to HTML. Before going to export to HTML, let me show how we can share this dashboard. Now, of course, once the dashboard has been created, you are free to export it as PDF, email it to your consumers, but you can also invite them so that they can edit, they can collaborate with you. You can invite it with the email addresses. You can just share a link with them so that they will be able to access the link. You can create a public link in case you want to publish a publicly available data on your website with this particular dashboard. You can do that. Or if the data is not very sensitive, you can just use this particular link. A recent feature what we have released is the embeddable dashboard. Now this is a very important feature because what it does is it lets you create a link of your dashboard in HTML, and this link is basically embeddable. As you can see, you are receiving a iframe over here for the people who are already aware of this thing. You just copy this particular code, paste it onto your website or onto your application, and you will be able to have a complete, for example, let me open this thing, a complete interactive dashboard for you. As you can see, it's just an HTML. It is interactive. It has all the hover. Of course, it's not editable because it's a view only version, but this helps you to take this dashboard to any application, to any workflow according to your requirement. Um, this is a very recent feature what we have released, so definitely use it and let us know if you have any specific feedback or any specific requirement in this regard. And as I was saying, you are always free to export as HTML for your consumption. It is not hosted publicly, but you will be able to send it in the email as well. Okay, so this is about the export. Let me see if if I can take any of the other questions. There are too many questions coming up. Okay, we have one question from Angel. After creating dashboard, would the dashboard will update data automatically? Okay, so that's a really good question. So as you can see, your dashboard is connected. Let me clear everything so that I can start fresh. Okay, so as you can see, the data is over here and the data is editable. It's a complete AI spreadsheet itself. You are free to interact similar to how you'll be doing it in any other spreadsheet software, including Microsoft Excel with formula support and with AI support. But of course, as we can see, we can sometimes have to make changes manually. So let me change this unit sold to a very high number so that we can clearly see how the data changes. So as you can see, the data is clearly modified. As soon as you updated your data, the whole dashboard got updated. But sometimes what I really need to do is, as you can see, my data is still the month of March. And as someone is also asking, I need to update my dashboard on a weekly basis, monthly basis. How do I do that? So let me quickly show it to you. I'll go to my data part. There is an update data option and I'll just add to table. So some of the softwares will let you just replace the data completely. We have that functionality as well in case you want to override your data completely. But you can also just import the partial data. In this particular case, I will try to import my April's month of data, for example. As soon as you do that, the April month's data got appended to your original table. Now you go back to your board and as you can see, all the charts, all the data will get updated with your new data. So updating your data is also very simple. You just update your data. You don't have to do anything on the dashboard. And as I was saying, refresh insights is something which you need to do manually. We did not automate it explicitly because it's an expensive call. It needs to do all the analysis on your dashboard. It will consume AI messages from your credit. So we just wanted to make sure that once you're satisfied with your data, then only you hit click on refresh insights. So this is how you can update your dashboard. Let me quickly show one more important feature over here. You can reuse your dashboard as template. A lot of users have asked us, can I use this dashboard? Can I create dashboard once? And then can I keep on updating my client's data, different clients' data? I just want to keep the same visualization exactly as it is, but I just wanted to keep on updating my data. Now you can do that. You just click on reuse dashboard. In fact, the correct way to do that is go back to the home so that you call it as a template. Let me create a duplicate of this thing. Okay, so I got the duplicated. I'll just rename it to template. By the way, this is where you see list of all your projects at the home in the home page. So this is now my template. I will click on this template. I'll just click on reuse dashboard. Now this as I was showing, this whole data is from my US location. I wanted to do the same sales analysis, data analysis for my UK location. After I have edited my dashboard, of course, editing requires a lot of effort, both including AI messages and manual changes as well. I would like to keep my layout as it is, and I'll just import my UK data over here and click on reuse dashboard. Now, again, since AI already understands your previous dashboard, how it was created from your previous data, it will try to map the original, the new data, for example, in this particular case, UK data, with your original data, and will try to keep the layout as it is. It should not take much time because the most of the work was done in the previous by the previous agent for the dashboard creation. However, we need another pass for us to map your data correctly over here and to generate insights. Now, whenever you are reusing dashboard, we do we do refresh insights so that this is one time operation because you are just updating your data and you are doing it for the for not that frequent operations, for example. So it will take some time to analyze and lay out your dashboard, but as you will be seeing, your charts are exactly the same as you would have seen it in the previous dashboard. And all the data over here will be from the UK location. As we can see, how do I see it over here? Yeah, we can see the data over here. It is Newcastle, Liverpool. So the data got updated from my UK location, and this is my new data from the UK location. So this is how you can use your dashboard as template, as just reusing the dashboard and so on. I'll just go back now to my previous file over here, and let me see if I can take few more questions over here. Okay. Another question for Barclay is how many uploads do I have for a single day? There is no limit on the upload. You are free to upload as many files as you want. However, the dashboard creations do consume AI messages. So have a look at your consumption, your requirement, how much credits are getting consumed, and then you will be able to understand. There's no limitation on the upload as such. Um, Okay. Another question is, can you the one before step for AI? I guess yes. As I was saying, you are free to write your prompts over here. After you have uploaded your file, you're free to write your custom requirements over here, and so that AI can understand that requirement and create a dashboard out of it. The next question is, from Arthur, can you export the dashboard to Tableau or Power BI in a compatible format to allow further formatting and interactivity? Absolutely, Arthur. This is work in progress. Maybe in 1 or 2 weeks of time, you'll be able to see that you are able to export it in Tableau and Power BI format. As we are speaking, one of our engineers is actually working on this particular feature. Uh, we release support for XLSX. That was the most advanced sought after feature, but we are very soon we'll be releasing this features as well. Another question from Coretta is, can you add files to the same dashboard to get a week or month updates? Example, adding weekly reports. So yes, Coretta, as I was saying, once you have imported your file, you can import data over here. I can import my April's data separately, for example. So as you can see over here on the lower tab, this is my original data. This is the new data which I have imported, and you can append to your original data, which I just showed to you in the previous section. If you imported the new data, again, you can tell AI to use this data to either update your dashboard or create a copy of the original dashboard. So one project can encapsulate various different data sets as well. Okay. The another question from Angel is, I use dashboard to display real-time data of my operation by using smart TV. Is this something I can use with Bricks? Now, of course, you have a lot of options available as form of connectors if you have real-time data. So for example, in the connectors, I can select any of my data. For example, I will select sales data. It's again the sales data. It will try to connect with your database. It will download the data depending on what type of connector you have. For example, we do support various types of connectors, MySQL, Postgres, Smartsheet, and so on. But if you have a custom requirement for your live data or anything, let us know. We'll be able to figure out how to integrate that particular connector in Bricks and move forward from there. Okay. Um, Okay. Another question is, can we add map from location of projects around the world, Fatima? Exactly. So I think as I was saying, we have now provided a lot of custom charts over here. So let me try to add a particular chart over here. Let me just find the prompt. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a geo map showing US states versus units sold. So a lot of people have asked us, like, can I show the world map? Can I show a US state map over here? And of course, we are trying to build this functionality as we are moving forward. If you need a specific map for your location, state specific geography, country related geography, do let us know in our help section, and we'll be able to support that functionality as we move forward. Now, for example, I can also say create a heat map for the from table 1, for example. Now, again, all of these charts are pretty advanced, so you need to understand your data for these charts to get created. Like you cannot create a geo map if you do not have any location based data. So first you need to understand your data, and then you can give specific prompt, like for example Gantt charts, Sankey charts. All those functionalities are available, but only if you understand your data correctly, you'll be able to create those particular visualizations. I'll be showing some more advanced functionality over here as well, which are related to infographics. So let me quickly refresh it. And let me add another functionality, which is create an infographic. Now, sometimes you do feel that your dashboard is looking good, but maybe I would want to represent my data in a different layout. So it's not just about dashboards and charts and tables, but it's also about showing your data in a different visual format. And this is where infographics will come into the picture. These are custom blocks, customized blocks from our side, which can be utilized to create some custom graphics over here, custom layouts, custom views over here. So give AI a little bit of time because it needs to understand some of your data. By the time it is doing, let me see if I can take some more questions. One more question from Fatima is, can we have assistant along the way while we are creating the dashboard? What about if you have our logo and custom fonts? Yes, so logo, as I have already shown, Fatima, you are free to upload your logo over here. Fonts, unfortunately, we do not provide custom font right now, but if you have this requirement, do drop us an email. We'll be able to figure out how to handle that requirement as well. Um, Yes, once the dashboard has been created, you can interact with AI to do some customization. Post the dashboard is getting generated. Not during the dashboard generation, you have the support for pre and the post processing after the dashboard is generated. Now, this is, as you can see, our infographic has been created. Now, the look and feel of these infographics are very much different, as you can see. So feel free to explore. You can give specific requirements from your side if you really need to. Uh, and you can do a lot of other visualizations based on your imagination or based on the reference. You can provide image over here. Let me remove. Yeah, so you can upload your images over here. Let the AI get finished. Yeah, so you can upload more images over here. I'll just cancel it for now. Yes, so you can upload images over here for the reference. For example, you want the view to look like this particular image, then you can try to upload the image and AI will try to relate as much as possible. Let me do one thing. We'll take few more questions, but let me launch a poll over here. We would love to take feedback so that we can improve accordingly. I've just launched a poll. So do answer the poll questions and let us know your feedback. Okay. Um, the next question is from Vishal. Does subscription model have periodic pricing upcharge? Now, the all the plans, what you can see on our pricing page, we have three plans available. One is free, where you get to see where you get to see and look all your dashboards freely. If you are not interacting with AI, you can basically use the product for free. The pricing models are mainly based on AI and the specific features what we are providing over here. So in the premium package, you do receive a limited amount of AI messages. In Pro plan, you get unlimited AI messages for now. And you get a lot of new features. Some of the features which I have explained it over here, they are only available in Pro plan. For example, exports, custom designs, and so on. Feel free to explore the product and you will figure out where do you sit, whether you are satisfied or whether your requirement is for the premium plan or for the pro plan. um, Okay, so now for the pro plan, as I was saying, you have a lot of requirements. You'll be able to see all the details on our pricing page on our billing view. All you need to do is just go to your home page. You will have the billing view. You'll be able to see all the details over here. We are regularly updating and adding more features as we are speaking. As I was saying, our team is constantly working on more and more new features, but our main focus will always be on the dashboard and improve the dashboard quality and workflows. Okay. The next question is from Mridun. If I export into Excel, am I able to access the formulation used to create the dashboard? Mridun, definitely you can do that. But as I was saying, all the creation of dashboard is happening with the help of AI. Now we have explicitly instructed AI not to use any formulae. But if you really need formulae, you can tell AI to use formulae for the summary tables. You can create your own pivot tables and summary tables, and you are free to export those data back to XLSX. Give it a try, and yes, it should work. Next question is from Fatima. Do you have Arabic? Yes. So this is one question which, as our application is being used by a lot of people worldwide, our main interface application is in English, but you are free to customize your dashboard in your specific language. You can choose any language. You can just start writing your prompt in your language to convert the dashboard, to translate the dashboard in your language, and AI will be able to do that. I think that's the biggest advantage we have AI into the product is it is ideally should be able to do anything whatever you really want it to be. Okay. One question is from Arthur. Or before that from Kerry, please repeat prices as was filling in the survey. Thanks. Okay. So Kerry, I think you'll be able to see your pricing on our pricing homepage or on the homepage over here. You'll be able to see the details over here. We have various prices available from monthly as well as for the annual prices. We do provide 30% discount on our annual prices as well. Okay, the next question is from Arthur. Could the geo map be configured so that selecting a single location filters the dashboard to display only that location data and insights while suppressing all other data? So yes, Arthur, I think go ahead and try to provide your custom requirements as you would want. And if some of the custom requirements is not being satisfied, I would encourage you to just drop a message to us and we'll try to figure out and incorporate or include it in our development cycle. All you need to do is just click on help button over here. You just go to the drop down menu, just click on the help button over here. You can start a conversation over here, just drop a message. You should be able to receive a reply within few minutes, if not within few hours. And these you are talking to a real human. Yes, we do have some automated replies available for some of the standard questions related to subscriptions and so on, or for some of the documentations. But one of the human colleague will be reviewing your request and will be able to reply based on your requirement and clarification. Okay. What else? Um, okay, Fatima is asking, can we have one-to-one training? Fatima, yes, we do provide customized support and personalized supports, but we do provide that in our enterprise plans and higher plans. It's difficult for us to support so many one-to-one training sessions for a lot of people. So we can only do it in a specific plan. Okay. But anyways, if you have any specific questions, drop an email or drop a message to us and we'll be able to communicate it back to you based on your requirement. We'll be able to help you in a much better manner. Okay. What else? Okay. By the time we have a little bit of more time, let me quickly show a few more things over here. Okay. So as I was saying, few of the things what I was not able to show is the presentation which I was showing at the start of the application is presented in Bricks directly. So you're free to present your dashboard directly from Bricks. Your dashboard is not just a dashboard as a single module. It is made of multiple blocks, multiple modules, so that you can use it as a presentation layer. You can use it as a documentation layer as well. You're free to add your custom blocks, manual blocks over here. As I was saying, I'm able to add my textual blocks, images over here. Let me add one logo over here. So as I was saying, the complete dashboard is customizable. Both it is created for one thing only, to have your dashboard, not to have a dashboard as a static dashboard, but behave it like a modular block with smaller blocks in between. Okay, so that's how the whole dashboard really works in Bricks. We have a lot of other features which I think we'll be covering in the subsequent sections. I will end the poll right now. I think we have received a lot of responses. Thank you so much. Let me see if I want to cover a few more questions over here. Okay. There's one question from Angel, is the 200 AI messages is shared with 20 teammates or individual? So all the plans we have right now is for individuals. The 200 AI messages is per individual. So every individual, every seat has to be purchased separately. There's one question from Vishal, enterprise plan pricing range. So Vishal, please do reach out to us. It depends on your requirement, depends on how many team, the usage. So there is no starting price or ending price. Feel free to reach out to us over the email. So one question from Tapan, can multiple users can take access under enterprise version? Absolutely, Tapan. The whole dashboard, as I was saying, you are free to share your dashboard with multiple users. All the users will give edit access to your dashboard. They are free to collaborate, edit with you. Uh, there are limits present on different plans. Enterprise plans, of course, there is no limit. You have any specific requirement regarding collaboration, we can try to handle it over there. Um, Another question from Fatima is how can I use it as executive one page report? So, Fatima, we do not have a one pager report format support as of now, but you can specify your requirement to AI, and AI will be able to create a dashboard on only on the basis of your summary or on the basis of your requirement. Another question from Vishal is can we link the presentation like sales data with production data and wages data to get overall insight? Absolutely, Vishal. As I was showing it to you earlier, feel free to import more data over here. You can import multiple files, multiple data sets over here. Once the data has been imported, then you are again free to write any requirement to your prompt. You can say add or create chart from table 02. I think just have a look at your data. Once the data has been imported, has it been imported correctly? You go back to your board, provide your own custom requirement in the form of tables, and AI will be able to analyze different data sets and create visualizations on top of it. Okay, so I think that's about it. Let me quickly go back to the presentation. Just a second. Okay. Okay, by the time it is loading, okay, I'm facing some internet connections. Okay, so I guess we covered a lot of things. I think we are almost to the end of our webinar. So thank you so much for attending the session. It was really interesting to see so many questions coming through. And of course, I apologize if I am not able to cover some of the questions. I will try to answer those questions over the email if possible. But do drop a message to us, an email or a customer support message, which I had just shown you, and we'll be able to definitely reply. No messages will be left unanswered. I'll drop a follow-up email with the recording of the webinar so that you can refer it when you require. We also have a YouTube channel where we have recording of our previous webinars. Feel free to check those things out as well. Uh, and yes, we do have Discord channel. So join the Discord channel. We have an active community over there. You can ask more questions and get immediate responses from all our members over there. And yes, as I was saying, you will be talking to your real humans whenever you require any help or whenever you require any assistance. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining this webinar. It was amazing to see all of you, and it will be great to interact with you post webinars. If you have any questions or need assistance, just drop us a message. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.